Tell you what, a lot happening in the world of sports. I know we've got two or three local, area teams that are heading to Canton this weekend for the state final. So we wish really good luck to Central Catholic High School and Liberty Center, and I believe Bluffton there too. But I don't know much about sports. I know who does, though. Father Matt Frisbee, who joins us every Tuesday, and we are so lucky to have him here. Good morning, Father Matt.
Good morning, Father Matt.
Good morning, Ron and Dave, and good to be with you. And yes, Ron, that's actually what I was going to start with myself.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Good news. No, that's all right. That's all right. Central Catholic playing in the Division III state title game against Bishop Watterson. Going to be a tough game. Bishop Watterson, whom Central Catholic beat last year in the state title game. Bishop Watterson is really good this year. So this is a chance for Central Catholic to win back-to-back state titles. But it's going to be difficult. And then, in Division 5, we have Liberty Center. They're taking on Ironton. And a correction, for you, Dave, it's the Perkins Pirates out of Sandusky area playing in the Division 4 state title against, I think it's Indian Valley, I saw.
Nice.
So
I thought it was interesting. Central Catholic Fighting Irish, I think it was last week's game, maybe the week before, they were playing the Fighting Irish.
That's right. Yeah, it was this past Friday playing Youngstown Ursuline and the Fighting Irish versus the Fighting Irish. And it a really great game, a close game, as Central Catholic won 7-6, scoring their lone touchdown with 30 seconds left in the game.
Man.
So
it proves the old thing to be true, that if the Irish don't have someone to fight, they'll fight each other. So there you go, the Fighting Irish fighting the Fighting Irish.
Oh, Dave.
I'm Irish, so I can say that.
Yeah, Mr. Vacheresse.
There's some Irish in there somewhere.
Irish.
But speaking of fights, there's some other fights too.
Yeah, just in the world of college football in general, it was rivalry weekend.
Yeah.
And things got ugly, things were ugly the entire Ohio State-Michigan game. But then especially at the end there after the game, as Michigan attempted to plant a flag. Of course, anytime anyone does this on a turf field, I never understand it. The flag can't get planted. It's turf, but whatever. Okay. So then Jack Sawyer for the Buckeyes was having none of it, and a melee broke out. Really ugly. This is not what we want to see. Rivals, yes, on the field, but this is not how teams should operate.
No, I agree. And nobody fought harder in that game than Jack Sawyer and gave Ohio State every chance in the world. You hate to see it end that way, and particularly with him.
That's right. We'll talk about the game here. The defense did its part.
Yeah, oh my goodness,
they only gave up a touchdown because Michigan got the ball after an interception on about, 3-yard line. So you put the defense is in about as bad of a spot at that point as it gets. And the offense just did not show up. Two very untimely interceptions from Will Howard did not help things.
Yeah.
The two missed field goals, the bizarre play calling from offensive coordinator Chip Kelly, not using Ohio State's strengths, not throwing the ball on the outside and down the field, and instead running right into the teeth of Michigan's defense. And, lots of questions to be asked. Lots of people maybe want to fire Ryan Day. I do think there's something with Ryan Day that he's so insistent on proving how quote-unquote tough Ohio State is, instead of just saying, let's win the ball game. Let's find out what's going to work to win a ball game. And that was really that's the downfall right now. There's no reason Ohio State should not have won that game. The betting line was like 20 points, Ohio State favorite. I thought that was way too much. I would have said Ohio State would probably win by a touchdown or 10 points or so.
Yeah.
We are left with another year as Ohio State fans with desolation.
Mm-hmm.
Well, to your point, and just to stay on it for a minute, because it is a big story right now, there's a lot of talk, a lot of consternation from Buckeye fans to the point that they want Ryan Day fired. Definitely they want Chip Kelly fired. Is anybody getting fired on this, do you think? And what is your thought? Is it time for a new direction, at least on the offensive coordinator side?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. Chip Kelly, I thought, did a pretty good job really most of the year. So, and some people are left to question how much of this was Chip Kelly's play calling in this game and how much of it was Ryan Day taking over play calling. That's something I don't know. I'm only on the radio once a week. Who knows? But to that point, I go back and forth. Should he be fired? He's starting to move into the John Cooper territory.
Yeah,
recruits well, wins a lot of games, but can't beat Michigan, and as of late really hasn't been able to win a big, meaningful game in the postseason. And, now we can be left to say, well, who are you going to get better than Ryan Day? And that is a legitimate question. I do tend to think he's really let Michigan get in his head.
Yeah.
I don't know if that ever happened to John Cooper, but he's really let Michigan get into his head with being called soft and being told he was, born on third base and all of these things. And he's really kind of allowed that to skew his thinking when playing them. I saw a tweet from LaCharles Bentley, a center for Ohio State, played under Cooper and Jim Tressel. And he said about Jim Tressel he says, I never hated Michigan, but I loved Ohio State so much that I wanted to honor the university and the team, and we prepared for that game out of love for Ohio State. And I think that's maybe a really great insight.
And you have to have that in your heart like Tressel did, right? So I'm for bringing Tressel back and or bringing Woody Hayes. I don't know how you do it, but I'm just saying do something for goodness sake.
Posters. Put some posters up.
In the meantime, we've got playoffs to deal with, so we'll see how it goes.
Thank you, Father Matt. Have a great day.